comments because the mingi, let's not leave our audience behind. Betty and the guests, I've learned a lot from these tremendous lessons. May you go higher in the coming year. I'm a better version of myself. That's Felix Malesi from Vihiga. Wow, that's amazing. Another one here, you get to know yourself when you start being yourself. That's Joksi from Tanzania. Somebody saying, I love the program about narcissism. I discovered that my husband and my daughter are narcissists and I learned how to help them.
Wonderful.
That's Gladys from Nanyuki. Thank you.
Amazing.
Hello, Betty. Say, what topics on marriage throughout the year confirms that there is no fixed or common curriculum for all marriages?
Yes.
The key factor to thriving marriages is understanding, forgiveness, and intentions for both partners to make marriage institution thrive. That's Chepnyoni Arap from Kericho.
Wonderful.
Wow. Say, what has been beautiful? I don't miss it. Thank you so much for our beautiful Betsy, beautiful Sue, and our great dad, Pastor Munene.
Wow.
Thank you so much for this platform. TV47, personally, the topics are always lit. Keep the fire burning. Let me just take one more here. Hi, Betsy. I have been in a 4 years relationship, and this year the guy cheated on me twice. I have not been able to move on. My name is She. I'm watching from Wayakiwe. Okay, thank you, She, for that. We'll see how to tackle that for you later. Yeah. But Karemi, also coming to you, there's a topic that we talked about, children and parenting.
Parenting.
And you remember that one?
Oh, yes.
Pastor Sue, I think you also,
I remember.
The power play in homes.
Yes.
I want to just tell us something briefly before you get to Pastor Sue about that.
Yes.
Do you feel the impact was felt? And from the comments, the power play with children in the home today. How serious it is.
Actually, I think that is one of the topics that is rarely or has rarely been discussed.
Okay.
But from the feedback that I got, quite a number of parents, especially these millennial parents, there was a very great impact that was that there was.
Yes.
And one of the things that was coming out so strongly is that our parenting styles are a manifestation of what is going on inside of us.
Wow.
We manifest our struggles. We manifest our skills inside of us through our parenting styles. Sometimes we mask ourselves by how we allow our children to maybe overstep, because many times the parents who have self-esteem issues or who have issues with their own partners tend, because there's a lot of energy that is taken away when there are conflicts in the marriage relationship. So most parents do not have energy to actually guide and lead and direct the children, because they are really dealing with quite a lot. So when you look at the children, when you look at the behaviors of the children, I can always tell you, you're likely to tell how the couple is actually the need, the system of the couple, because marriage is systemic. The system of the couple is doing. Now, the power struggle, most of the children will tend to push limits based on how they are observing you. You know, children are very intuitive. They can see when you guys are struggling, and so they know, I can push this boundary, I can push to this end. And therefore, the one thing that came out quite strongly is that as parents, we need to really look at ourselves. We need to look within, deal with our traumas, so that we do not release that to the children. Whether we are single parents, because every parent is a parent. Single parent, whether you're married, whether you're widowed or you're a widower, whichever position you're in, you're still good enough, but also check what is going on inside so that you can be able to lead and parent your children.
Absolutely. Pastor Sue, is that one of the topics that was good for you to talk about? Parental discipline children. I remember one of the lessons that you said was never shout at each other, never shout at your firstborn, never punish your firstborn with the other kids around, and also don't correct your partner when one of the partners is
you got a lot.
I've been practicing these things at home. So that was so many lessons, I can tell you. You think that's one of the best topics?
It was one of the best topics, and I want to thank Karimi once more. I think I've found her a very amazing woman. There's a lot of wisdom in Karimi that we can tap from her, and that day she made it very easy for us. And as she has said, I will still echo the same, that children are a reflection of us, because you can't give what you don't have. And one of the things that we need to do 2026 is to look at the areas of our improvement as parent and face the me, face the Sue the inward Sue,
Got you.
and identify areas of improvement.
Yes, yes.
Because every person, no matter who you are, there is an area you need to work on. If it is the emotional intelligence that you need to work on, our psychological state, as she has said, because our relationship with Pastor Munene will be reflected to our children. And so you find, as she has said, because of that gap, because nature does not allow vacuum. The children are coming in because they can tell there is a vacuum here, because what daddy says is not what mommy says. And so this is very important for every parent to understand that during parenting, you guys have first of all to talk if there is a matter. And one of the things I have found most of the parents doing, they're even fearing their sons and daughters because they don't know the reaction. For example, you have this son or this daughter who was in campus, right now anasema ataki kusoma. So parents don't know how to handle that. You feel like you really want to exert that dictatorship, and it doesn't work with our gender.